नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रष्टाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रष्टाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणे। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितमेन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ईश्वरः परमः कृष्णः सच्चिदानंद विग्रहः अनादिरादिर् गोविन्दः सर्वकारण कारणम्। ओम तत्सत्। हरे कृष्ण। By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the King of Secrets, Raja Guhyam. So by Krishna's mercy, we have successfully finished 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge of the Absolute. So we understand from 7th chapter all about Krishna. In the 6th chapter, in the Dhyana Yoga, Krishna taught us about how to focus our mind on Krishna, how to fix our mind on Krishna. So in the 7th chapter, again Krishna in the very beginning, in the very first sloka, told us that Maya Sakta Managa Partha. Again he started with that, just by fixing your mind on me. So in the 6th chapter, Dhyana Yoga, Krishna taught us how to fix the mind on Krishna, but by fixing so by focusing our mind on Krishna, so Maya Sakta Managa Partha, Yogam Yunjan Madashega, so by performing yogam under the shelter of Krishna, then asamsayam samagram mam yatanyasasi tachru. So without any doubt, how to know me fully, you hear from me. So we have already heard from Krishna. Tachrunu, that you hear. So asamsayam samagram mam yatanyasasi tachru. How to know me fully, completely, you hear from me. We have already heard. Krishna taught us, Krishna told us everything. So that means 7th chapter we already understood by very well. All about Krishna we have understood. That Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There is no one above Krishna, that we have understood. Now we have to act in that knowledge that Krishna is the Supreme Person. There should not be any doubt. So we should be able to fix our mind only on Krishna all the time. So that's what we are supposed to do. If we don't do that, then we will keep struggling and suffering in this material world. That's it. Nothing else. If we fix our mind on Krishna, we are going to enjoy. We are going to go to Goloka. We are not going to achieve anything in this material world, definitely. Nothing is going to help us in this material world. As a function of time, our life will come to an end. So if we plot a graph with time in the x-axis and our life in the y-axis, so or our progress in the y-axis, whatever it is, our material progress. Say, let us put our material success, material progress. Maybe let us put that in the y-axis, and from our birth date. So that is the starting point. So at the time we are born, so that is the starting point at 0 time. If you plot, So that plot goes. Maybe even if we achieve material success a lot, we can enjoy. We can get more. We can become a rich man. We can become a powerful person. We can become a very famous person. All such things. Maybe we can go like this. But at one point, it will come like this to zero. That's it. Everything will come to zero. That's what we need to do. So it just goes like this and then come to zero. So then what is the use of this success? What is the use of gaining all these things in this material world? Not using our time for Krishna, not focusing our life in Krishna's service. So not utilizing our life in Krishna's service. Materially, whatever we gain, what is the use? But whatever service we do it for Krishna, spiritual service, everything with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, and do everything for Krishna, and dedicate our life unto Krishna, and chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, offer prasadam to Krishna, and keep ourselves engaged in spreading this Bhagavad Gita, which is Krishna's message, and attending this Bhagavad Gita every day. So there our spiritual progress is going to go like this. So when it is go higher and higher and higher, when our life ends, it is not going to come down to zero. It's going to be from there only. In the next life, from there again we will go. Again we'll go. Then we'll go to Goloka. That's it. So we have to make use of this life to make spiritual progress, not material progress. But the reality is that when you are making spiritual progress for Krishna with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, rendering devotional service unto Krishna and everything, whatever material progress needed, that will also come in parallel only. We will not be like living like a beggar and struggling for our daily bread. No, that's not going to happen. In fact, we will do much better. So we'll be very happy. So the happiness in Krishna consciousness, it will keep on increasing only. When we make spiritual progress, our happiness increases. Then again increases. Again. When we go to Goloka, we are fully happy. But whereas our happiness in this material world, it's all very, 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 it's fluctuating like material happiness, and it is flickering. Matra sparshesu kaunteya sitoshna sukadakada agama apayino anityaga tamsidik sasvabhar. So that's what is the material enjoyment. The material enjoyment, it just comes and goes, very short duration. We are not going to enjoy forever. And for that, we have to struggle a lot. Even to enjoy for a few seconds, we have to struggle a lot. In this material world, to gain matter, to gain the material things, we have to struggle and suffer in this material world. That is the fact, that is the reality. We need to understand it. Whereas all our spiritual growth, it's enjoyment. We don't have to struggle, we don't have to suffer. There is no need for any worries or concerns, and we can perform very happily. That's what Susukkam Kartam. This Bhagavad Gita, when we follow, the devotees are extremely happy. Maybe for materialistic persons, they think like that, these devotees are not enjoying in this life, something like that they may think. But the opposite is true actually. They are not enjoying, they are struggling, they are suffering. Whereas a devotee of Krishna is enjoying so much remembering Krishna, because we are not after material things. We are not attached to material sense objects. You leave everything to Krishna and do everything for Krishna. Simply enjoy. So that is the real enjoyment. So that kind of enjoyment, we are getting it from Bhagavad Gita knowledge. Only Bhagavad Gita gives us that kind of happiness, enjoyment, everything. So when we study, understand this Bhagavad Gita, we are going to love Krishna more. We are going to get attached to Krishna more. So anyone with the material knowledge, he is able to get a job and able to apply his skills and work. Same thing happens for devotees with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So we will be able to apply this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita in our life, everywhere, wherever we go, whatever we do, in all activities. That's what. In everything, sarva karmani. So all activities, we will be simply giving up the results to Krishna, giving up the attachment on the results, and we will be able to simply enjoy by doing so. So just by giving up everything to Krishna, the real enjoyment comes. By simply offering everything to Krishna, we are going to be really very happy because we are not attached to anything in this world. We don't have to be worried about the results. We don't have to be thinking about the results. And we don't have to be worried about our future and simply focus our mind only on Krishna all the time. So Krishna is within us, in our heart, as the super soul. And he's guiding us as Paramatma. Upadrishta, Anumanta, Bharta, Bhokta, Maheswaraga. So if you are doing something, Krishna has to give us the approval. Krishna has to give us the permission, Anumanta. If Krishna is not permitting us, we cannot do anything. So that's what Anumanta. Upadrishta, he is overseeing, he is watching, he is the witness. Krishna knows everything, whatever we have done and whatever even we think about doing, Krishna knows. In our mind, when the desire comes, when we are focusing our mind on such desires, Krishna knows. Krishna is there in our heart as the super soul and he knows everything. Upadrishta, Anumantan, Bharta, Bhokta, Maheswara. Krishna is the Bharta, he is the maintainer, he is the enjoyer, Bhokta, and he is the supreme controller, Maheswara. Gatir Bharta, Prabhu, Sakshi, Nivasaka, Saranam, Sugurtu, Prabhavaga, Pralayastanam, Nidanam, Bijamavyayam. Krishna is the Gati. He is the supreme destination. Gati. Krishna is the Bharta. He is our maintainer. He is the master, Prabhu. He is the witness, Sakshi. So that's what we need to understand it. Krishna is the witness. Krishna is witnessing everything. And Krishna is the refuge. Saranam, Nivasa is the resting place. Krishna is everything. And Krishna is the well-wisher, Sugrut. And Prabhavaga Pralaya Sthanam, Krishna is the source and annihilation, source of creation and annihilation, everything. Nidanam, everything gets destroyed by time. As Kala, Krishna is destroying everything. And he is the seed-giving father, Bijam and eternal Purusha, Avyam. So that's what we need to know. Kavim Puranam Manusasitharam Anuraniryamsam Manusmaredyaga Sarvasya Dataram Achintya Rupam Aditya Varnam Tamasaga Parasta. Krishna is the knower of everything, Kavim. Krishna is the oldest person, Puranam. So Kavim Puranam, Anusasitaram, Anur Aniyamsam, Anusmaredyagam. So Krishna is smaller than the atom. So we should remember that Krishna is everything. Anur Aniyamsam, Anusmaredyagam, Sarvasya Dataram. So Krishna is the maintainer of everything. Krishna, Sarvasya Dataram, Achintya Rupam. He has got inconceivable form. Aditya Varnam. So he has got the color of the sun. So Aditya Varnam, Tamasa Parastat, he is beyond ignorance. Tamasa, he is the supreme person. Tamasa Parastat. That's what is Krishna. So knowing this, we should be always engaged. We should be always practicing Krishna consciousness. We should be doing that. Abhyasa yoga yuktena chetasa nanya gamina Paramam Purusham Divyam Yati Patanu Chintayan. So we should be performing Abhyasa Yoga. That is practicing. We should be practicing, chanting, remembering, serving, everything we have to do to Krishna. All such things. So that's what we should be engaged. Abhyasa yoga yuktena chetasa na anyagamina. So our cheta, our thoughts should not be focused on anything else. Our thinking, our thought process, everything should be focusing only on Krishna. Chetasa na anyagamina. Paramam Purusham Divyam Yati Parthanu Chintaya. So we will be able to reach that supreme transcendental person, the supreme personality of Lord Shri Krishna. In fact, the 8th chapter, what we are going to start today, the title of the 8th chapter is Attaining the Supreme. We have understood, we have got the knowledge about the absolute in the previous chapter, 7th chapter. But in the 8th chapter, we are going to understand about how to go to Krishna. That's very important for us to know. Attaining the Supreme. We need to go to Krishna. We need to go to Goloka. There is no point in coming back to this material world. There is no point in getting attached to everything in this material world. We need to give up all the attachments. Then our life is going to be very, very peaceful and blissful. So all our actions, what we do, it's very important that we should not be binding ourselves to this material world. If we are attached to the results, so that means our actions are going to bind us to this material world, the karma bandha, janma bandha. So that is not good for us. Thanakam visittaha krura samsaresu naradama kshipami ajasram asubban asurim eva yonisu. That's what Krishna is saying. So those demons, so who are focused only on this materialistic things and creating so much of trouble and not listening to Krishna, not following Krishna's instructions. Krishna is saying that Tanakam Dvisittaka Kruran Samsaresu Narataman. So who are lowest among the human beings. So Kshipami Ajasram Asuban Asurim Yonim Evasu. So I perpetually cast them into the demoniac species of life. That's what Krishna is saying there. So we don't want to put ourselves into that kind of situation. That's not good for us. We need to focus ourselves on Krishna so that by Krishna's causeless mercy, we can enjoy. So we have to please Krishna. We should not be, Krishna is saying that, Asurim Yonima Panna Mudaga Janmani Janmani Mama Prapeva Kaunteya Tatoyati Adamam Gati. So Asurim Yonima Pannam. So by getting such kind of demoniac species, demoniac birth, Asurim Yonima Apanna, Mudaga, the fools, life after life, Janmani, Janmani, Mama Prapyeva Kaunteya. So they won't be able to reach me, but they will reach the most condemned destination, Tatoyati Adamam Gati. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So what we studied until now, so in the 7th chapter, in the 29th sloka, what we studied, Krishna is teaching us. Jara marana mokshaya mama shitya yatantiye te brahma tadviduh kritsam adhyatmam karmachakhilam. So jara marana mokshaya, to get freed from the jara and marana. So that is, jara is old age and marana is death. So in order to get free from jara marana mokshayam, mama shitya yatanti ye. So they take shelter unto me, and they are Brahman, te Brahma, tadviduhu kritsam. They understand everything, adhyatmam, karma cha akilam. So they understand what is adhyatma, what is karma, all such things they know. So intelligent persons who are endeavoring for liberation from old age and death take refuge in me in devotional service. They are actually Brahman because they entirely know everything about transcendental activities. Then in the next sloka, what we studied, last sloka of 7th chapter, Sadi Bhutadi Devam Ma Sadi Yajnam Chaye Prayana Kale Pichama Te Vidite So, Adibhuta, Adideva, Adiyajnam. So, they are about, so those who know, they will know me at the time of death. So, Ye Vidugu means those who know Adibhuta, Adideva, Adiyajna. So, at the time of death, Prayana Kale, they will also know me. So, that's what Krishna is saying. Those in full consciousness of me, who know me, the Supreme Lord, to be the governing principle of the material manifestation of the demigods and of all methods of sacrifice, can understand and know me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, even at the time of death. So that's what we need to know. We need to know Krishna is everything. We need to know what is Adibhuta, what is Adideva, Adiyajna, who is Krishna. Everything, if you know, then it is easy for us to know Krishna at the time of death. So there is a way for us to go to Goloka. So in the next chapter, we are starting today, the 8th chapter, very first sloka. Now Arjuna is asking a question based on what Krishna told us in the previous sloka. In the 7th chapter, 29th and 30th sloka, whatever Krishna said, Arjuna is asking a question. Arjuna uvacha kim tad brahma kim adhyatmam kim karma purushottama Adibhutam cha kim proktam adidevam kimuchyate. So Arjuna is using kim. How many times he is using kim? He is using almost 5 times kim in the every, like in the first line, he is using 2 times kim, and then every second line, third line, and fourth line, one time. So basically 5 times he is using the word kim. Kim means what? Kim tat Brahma. What is Brahma? Kim adhyatma. What is adhyatma? Kim karma? What is karma? Purushottama, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What is Brahma? What is adhyatma? What is karma? Adibhutam cha kim proktam. What is called as adibhutam? Adidevam kim uchyate. What is said as adidevam? So that's what Arjuna is asking. So Arjuna said, Arjuna inquired, "O my Lord, O Supreme Person, what is Brahman? What is the self? What are fruitive activities? What is this material manifestation? And what are the demigods? Please explain this to me." So now we are going to understand. Krishna is going to explain, but of course Krishna will explain everything in one sloka. Arjuna has not completed. In the next sloka also Arjuna speaks. He will ask one more question. So in that whatever Arjuna asks, the last one, so that's what Krishna is going to take the entire chapter to explain later. So that we will study in the next sloka tomorrow. So now let us chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Umajnanatimiradasya Jnana Jana Salakaya Chakshurunmelitamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, 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 Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna. If any devotee has a question, you can use the raise hand option. Hare Krishna. Hema Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji. How are you?
Hare Krishna.
How is everything at home?
Fine, Mataji. Everything by Krishna's classless mercy. Everything is fine,
Yeah,
Mataji.
so I've been really following you on YouTube, so I've not been able
Yes.
to
Yes,
attend regularly, but I catch it up on YouTube. So that's a
yes,
plus point. So
yes,
somehow successfully we have completed 17 chapters.
7th chapter.
So
Yes.
7 and here it is the 18th one.
Yes.
That is so nice.
Yes,
So I mean, so many years we have been doing it, but still we feel we have to learn more and more and more. We are still
it's this one we have to keep on doing only. There is no end to it. Because
no end to it. Because every time
Arjuna
you say
says that
something, there is a new information, So we feel, oh, this also could be possible. This is also possible, That sort of thing. We keep learning every day something new. So
Arjuna says, Bhuyaga kadaya triptir shunvato naasti me amritam. So other than hearing about your kadaya, yourself, your story, nothing else is nectar to me, correct? That's what for us.
I think that is what we have to keep listening to it again and again and again till we are able to absorb it completely, which I don't know when it will happen. But anyway, we are taking baby steps, so at least that will help.
We are enjoying, yes.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Mithun Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji, how are you?
Hare Krishna, by Krishna's classless mercy, I'm doing fine.
Thank you, Guruji. No questions for today. All
Yes,
Krishna's blessings and your blessings.
Krishna's mercy only, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. Mun Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you for today's class, Guruji. It's so wonderful to attend the classes on daily basis. So thank you so much, Guruji. No questions, Guruji.
I remember you very first you
Yes,
started
Guruji.
7th chapter or 8th chapter, something like
Eighth
that.
chapter, Guruji. I
8th
started
chapter,
from 8th chapter only. So
now we
these
started 8th
slokas are
chapter.
very familiar. First time when I listen those slokas, now these are very familiar slokas. Because I started myself reading Bhagavad Gita from 8th chapter only. Because I told you that a lot of time my father, he tried a lot that I read actually, but during that time I never had a chance to read. I just heard from him only. He had a very good knowledge because he carried that pocket, that pocket Bhagavad Gita always every time with him. Whenever he had time in the car or in the bus or anytime, he just read and underline those lines and those things. But I started actually, so I missed actually. So like he always told that whether you read anything or not, but at least you should read Bhagavad Gita in your lifetime once. So I really, I know, I just thought like, like whatever is coming, that is always from my father only, because he always had that input in us. So he always tried to focus whatever we have the knowledge and whatever we learned, actually that is from my father itself. So I started from your side, I started from 8th chapter only, so that is very familiar. Now I can recollect like those slokas, what you will cover up in this 8th chapter onwards. So thank you so much, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. R.K. Goyal Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Sadhar Dhanavad Pranam, Guruji.
Dhanavad Pranams, Prabhu.
I'm missing the classes, but I join usually when the chanting is going on. But still, it is very beneficial. I remain connected somehow.
Yes.
And just one remark, Abhi Mataji ne just said ki one should read Bhagavad Gita once in his life. I think reading once is not at all enough. Many times people keep on reading, still they do not get the essence of it. Actually,
but once if we read, then we will not stop. That's
right, Guruji. But again, I feel it is the mercy of Krishna only. When it happens, then only a person is attracted and he really gets continuously attached with this science. Because this is, as you have explained in chapter 13, the Trigunatmak Maya, actually that Maya is really very probable and that is controlling everything in this universe. So it doesn't allow you to come nearer to Krishna unless until you really qualify for it. And for that qualification to be there, one has to be very strong from within, and that might be because of the previous birth's karmic accumulation of good deeds, that he can get access to Krishna consciousness. In fact, we were very perturbed when you initially used to say that neither the soul does anything nor the super soul does anything, and it was very difficult to believe.
Yes.
Unless until you explain the chapter threadbare 13th and 14th chapters, then we really realize it is all Maya, nothing else. It is governing everywhere, it is pervading. Of course, Krishna is there everywhere also, but Maya is covering Krishna. It doesn't allow anyone to come nearer to God. And only when the mercy of Krishna is there, then only a person is getting a bit insight into the great science. So fortunately, Guruji, with your blessings, we are moving on the right direction, and we believe we will be moving continuously on this right path. Thank you very much. So grateful to you for keeping us in Krishna consciousness. Grateful, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Asha Singh Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Guruji, for a wonderful class. If we love Krishna and utilize our time to worship Krishna with faith and devotion, then our progress will increase.
Yes, Mother. It's Krishna's mercy, Mother. Krishna's
Yes,
mercy.
It's possible if Krishna's mercy.
Yes, Mother.
We are very grateful to you, Guruji.
Krishna's mercy. We will get the complete knowledge, no doubt, Mother. Krishna's mercy.
Yes, Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Uma Mataji, Uma Ashok, Hare Krishna. Are you able to unmute? Brinda Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare
Sorry,
Krishna.
I connected late. Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
ma'am. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
You can
You
hear
can
me,
follow
Guruji?
from YouTube. What,
Can you
Mataji?
hear me? Can you
Yes.
hear me?
Yes, Mataji, I'm
Yes.
able to.
Yeah, I'm on my way to hospital. I will connect later, Guruji. Thank you for the class, for all the encouragement. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you,
Hare Krishna.
Guruji. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Aruna
Krishna,
Devi
Prabhuji.
Mataji, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Pranam, Prabhuji. Thank you for the
Pranam,
class, Prabhuji. In 7th chapter, I understand we can come out of 3 sattva, rajas, tamo gunas with the to surrender to Krishna and doing chanting and listening Bhagavad Gita and serving Krishna Bhakti people is the only way to come out of 3 rajas, sattva, tamo gunas. And
yes, sir.
Arthati, Jignasu, Gnani are can
4 types of
understand Krishna and
come
to get
Krishna.
rid of Jara and Marana, we must surrender totally to Krishna. And if we chant Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Maha Mantra, and
Yes,
we totally surrender to Krishna, at every time we must think of Krishna, then we can remember Krishna at our death time also.
That is
Prabhuji.
correct.
I understand this, Prabhuji. Thank
Yes,
you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Very
Prabhuji.
right. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji.
Palani Appan Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare. Today's this thing, whatever we learned also is very, very interesting and important. What I felt is that is the life to be useful, totally to be used for spiritual path and not a material path. That is the explanation you have given initially when you started the thing. That is a very, very important factor, what I felt. So, spiritual path, that is why I think our elderly people, starting from so many 1,000 years before also, temples were built all over. Our south is more important because many temples.
Yes, that is correct. That's correct.
The spiritual path is very, very important. For that purpose only that buildings are not constructed, temples are constructed as many as possible. Today only we are seeing all the places buildings only, all buildings only. No, buildings. And that creates more problem than anything else. That is the really we are seeing in front of our eyes. That is a very important factor. That spoiling the nature, we are
Yes.
going on building after building. That is
Building
the
up.
thing. Yes. So that is the realization what I have when you said that today morning. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Vishnuvardhana Rao, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Namaste,
Hare
Guruji.
Krishna. Namaste, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare
Last time
Krishna.
Last time Param.
Pranam Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Brahmanandari, Hare Krishna.
Brahmanandi Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Sheila Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji. Thank you
Hare
very much
Krishna.
for the wonderful class today also. I was very bad throat, Guruji, so can't speak. Thank you so much, Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Lisa Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the class today, Guruji.
Yes, ma'am.
We are
Krishna's mercy.
yes, Guruji. We are so happy to know more and more about Krishna from your daily classes.
Yes, yes, Mother. We are knowing everything
Yes.
about Krishna.
Yes, Guruji. And now we are very eagerly looking forward to learn how to do devotional service so that we can attain Krishna.
Attain
So,
Krishna. That's correct. Yes,
yes,
Mother.
yes, Guruji. So we are really looking forward to that.
Yes, Mother. Krishna's
you,
mercy. Everything will happen, Mother. Krishna's
Yes,
mercy.
Guruji. Thank you so much, Guruji, for your efforts.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Mohanan Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Thank you so much for the class. Guruji is so excellent today. Really enjoyed each and every minute of the class. And
Yes, Prabhu.
really enjoying Guruji. In fact, my chanting extra, in fact, today I chanted in fact, chanting of slogas. In fact, I did it for 2 hours today. First
nice.
first chapter and second chapter, and the third chapter, 15 slogas, like I could memorize everything, Guruji. So nice. In fact, your grace, Guruji. Your grace and Krishna's grace, I could chant up to that without looking for the book and everything. So I could do it so very happy today.
Excellent.
And really, Guruji, all because of you, because of your class and the motivation has, in fact, motivate every day for me to chant more and more.
Yes, yes.
And learning more and more, Guruji. Thank you so much, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. Sumati Mataji, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. I missed the initial part. I joined during the chanting. Yes. I listen, but listening to the enthusiastic voice of Mohan and Prabhu, I want to immediately listen to the class.
Yes.
Okay. Congratulations, Mohan and Prabhu, with Krishna's grace. Very happy to hear that you are able to memorize. That is a wonderful way of being in touch always. Yes, Guruji, do you also keep chanting the verses during the day, or?
Yes, Mother. Whenever I find time, I'm driving or something, I will try to just, it's for enjoyment. Yes, Mother. Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Automatically it comes.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you for keeping us every day in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna to everyone.
Hare Ram. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Ram. Hare Krishna. Sunil Shivas Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Dandavat Pranam Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Pranam Guruji, Pranam.
Pranam Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Satyendra Singh Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji, Pranam.
Pranam Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Today's lecture, really, I enjoyed. In the beginning, you have scientifically or mathematically, you have said, shown the graph.
Some graphs and all we plotted.
Graph of time versus materialist progress, and time versus spiritual progress, time versus happiness in the materialist versus start from zero, peaking.
Yes, you got muted, Hare Krishna.
Yes, explained. I enjoyed that part of that, and at the beginning of this chapter, I hope that we will be enjoying when the mystery of all these Arjuna's questions you will unfold. Really wonderful.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Mani Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yeah. Mati Mataji, the YouTube is going to be, it's fully live only, it's going on. After the lecture, normally I record it again. I forgot to put that record button. That's why it is not showing up.
Oh,
But
yeah, that's
YouTube,
what I got concerned when I saw it. Okay. So the YouTube live is being.
This is completely going on. Yes, Prabhu. Yes,
Okay.
Mataji.
Okay. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Let us listen to Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan now.
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hello. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. We'll again see tomorrow.